Gentlemen, when you see a beautiful woman in public and they are thinking of approaching her, immediately, instinctively, you know that other men are attracted to her because she's beautiful, she's attracting the attention of other men. You know that instantly. Now let's run a scenario. Let's say you went and talked to this woman, okay, and you make her you start dating, okay, and eventually you become boyfriends and girlfriends. Now you start treating her specially and you start putting her on a pedestal because you know that she's beautiful. You know that you need to treat her well so that she can stick with you because you know that the competition is high. Now with that dynamic, you are always putting her here and you are putting yourself here. Now let's back up a little bit. In this scenario, we are talking of an average guy. We are talking of somebody who is rich, who is well enough so they can take care of themselves. Maybe they have a house, they have a good car, they have a good job, or they have a company that they run. They are making money, they are good, they are comfortable. But the one thing they lack is an attractive physique. So let's say they have a pop belly, a dad bod, maybe they are 40% or 30% body fat, but they are attracted to this woman, and so they walk up the courage, they go and talk to this woman. What happens? They start treating this woman like her poop doesn't stink, and now the woman has the power in the relationship. Now, instead of the guy who is having a good job, or who is running a big company, who is having a lot of money, and who is respected by his peers, his friends, instead of him being the leader of the relationship, he has given all of his power to this lady. Now, let's run another scenario. Let's say he makes this lady his fiancée, he goes on one knee, proposes to her, and then get married to her. Now initially, if this lady is, let's say she's above 25 or she's around 30 and she wants to get married, and marriage is the number one thing on her agenda, even though she's beautiful, even though she knows that she can pull very fit, jacked, handsome guys out there, she knows that those guys who are out there, who are handsome, will not chase her. But she knows that occasionally she can sleep with them, but they will not commit to her. She will be the one chasing, because she puts those guys who are handsome up here and she puts herself here. But you are putting her here and you are putting yourself here because subconsciously you know you are not attractive enough. When you look at yourself on the mirror, you know that something is lacking. You know that that woman is doing you a favor dating you. That is what you carry in your mind, consciously and subconsciously. So you're gonna compensate. You're gonna be buying her gifts. You're gonna be taking her to expensive dates, expensive vacations. Everything she asks of you, you're gonna do. She asks you of an expensive shoes, you're gonna buy. Expensive everything. Expensive car, you're gonna buy. And she's gonna say, hey, honey, immediately we get married, can we move to a new bigger house? You say, yes, ma'am, yes, we're gonna do that. Yes, honey, we're gonna do that. So you become a yes man. Everything she says, you just stamp it with yes. This is what's gonna happen. Now, like I said, if this woman is above 30 or she's between the ages of, let's say, 27 and let's say 40, marriage is already in her mind, because even though she's beautiful, she knows that over time her beauty is going to decline, or her beauty is already declining, but she's still beautiful. That's why you're putting her on a pedestal. So in the early days of the relationship, she's going to ration the sex. She's going to give you a little bit of, maybe a lot of sex, and that is going to carry you away. You're going to say, wow, this beautiful girl is giving me a lot of sex. She's giving me a lot of play, and maybe she's doing all of the things you want her to do, you know, and so you're feeling like the man. But all she's doing is to secure the engagement, to secure the commitment and the marriage. Because she's planning, she knows that she wants you to be the provider. And she knows that her plan is to get you to commit, get you to get married to her, then she can run her real game. Her real game is getting you as the provider, as a yes man, and then occasionally going out there and sleeping with the guys that she really wants. The guys that don't even care about her, the guys that don't chase her, the guys that she's chasing. That's a plan. You've heard about the dual mating strategy of women. Alpha fox, beta box. This is it. Okay? So, why am I saying this? The reason I'm saying this is because this is the number one reason every man should get in shape. This is the number one reason every man should get in shape. Okay? Because let's run another scenario. Let's say you were jacked, you were ripped, you were fit, your face was chiseled, you had hollow cheeks, you have muscles, you have veins flowing in your body, veins showing on your arms. You are just jacked. You're physically, everything you put on you fits very well. You walk elegantly. You have a lot of confidence in yourself. Now all of a sudden you start realizing that women are giving you choosing signals. Women want you to talk to them, or some of them even have the courage to come and talk to you. Or let's say, because you're attractive, you even have some married women wanting to sleep with you. But you did not know. Let's say you slept with her, and then after you realized that she was married. Now you have a negative view about marriage. So now you understand that you are living in a state of abundance. You know that there are so many women who want you. Now the dynamic has changed. Now if you meet that same beautiful woman, you will not be the yes man to her. And so now you have value. You have more value. So even though you have a job, or you have a company, in addition to that, you have a physical body that's aesthetic and attractive. So you now have double the value of your asset. In the first scenario, you have half the value of your asset. In this second scenario, you have double the value of your asset. And if we are doing an exchange of value, we're using the same woman who has a certain value, let's just call that value A, and you have a certain value B. In the first scenario, her value is more than your value. In the second scenario, your value is more than her value. So the dynamic has shifted, and you cannot be a yes man to her. So the reason I'm making this video is to tell guys, if you're out there, if you're in a scenario where you have a good job and maybe you have a good company, a good business, and you're making money, and you have neglected your health, your physique, every man, most men can become more handsome just by getting ripped, getting jacked, getting fit, lowering their body fat so that they can reveal the real facial attractiveness that they were born with. And they can fit well in clothes. And they can become more sexy in the bedroom. When a woman looks at you, she says, wow, I didn't know that you were that sexy. It's when you remove your clothes and I said, wow, you are awesome. When a woman have that kind of response to you, you understand that you are the man, and you now have abundance. You know that you can have whatever woman you want. Now the dynamic shifts. And the reason I'm making this video is because the number one agenda of most modern women today is control, is power. They want to get in a relationship with a beta box provider and then occasionally cheat with the alpha fox guy. The alpha fox guy that cannot be locked down. The alpha fox guy that's desired by many women. You've already heard that 80% of women, or maybe 100% of women, or 80% of women are sleeping with just 5 to 10% of the high level guys who are both physically attractive and financially attractive, or combined. You already know that. So what is happening? That is their play. And when they successfully get you, the fat guy who is rich but who is not handsome, but who is a provider, when they successfully get you in their grip, in their beauty grip, because you pedestalize them, you worship them, because you've neglected your body, and subconsciously you have very low self-esteem. You can move out there as a very confident man, but in your mind, you know that something is lacking. Your confidence is fragile, and you know that. And the only thing you're lacking right now is a good physique that can fix that. If you spend just a year fixing that problem, you're not going to be in a marriage where a woman is controlling you and calling the shots. You're not going to be in a long-term boyfriend-girlfriend relationships where your girl is the one calling the shots and putting you under a lot of stress financially and emotionally and mentally. You see, there is a cost to the financial stress, to the mental stress, to the emotional stress. If you clear out all of the emotional stress, the financial stress, the mental stress, you can double your business, or you can actually get a promotion at your job. So in other words, you are losing something by staying in this dynamic, by staying in this situation. I see a lot of marriages today where this dynamic is at play. Even when the guy was fit, when they got married, he lets himself go when he's married, and then he gets fatter, and then the dynamic flips because he's afraid of losing his wife, because he knows that he has experience out there that many women are not giving the attention he used to have. Or there are some men who never got in shape. They don't even know that there's another side of this story. There's another side where they can have a lot of power in any relationship that they enter into. If they are fit and if they have a lot of money, or if they are fit and financially prosperous, or both of that. If they have both of that, they have a lot of power and they can become the real leader. You see, you cannot become a leader now. Most men want to become a leader in their relationship, but you cannot become a leader if you are not financially and physically fit, or at least physically fit. You cannot. The minimum is for you to be physically fit. Now, you have to be physically fit and financially fit. That's when you become the real man that every woman desires. I'm not saying that every woman that you talk to or every woman in the world desires you. No, you have a segment of women in the population who desire you. And that is what you need to focus on. You cannot have all the women in the world. You will not even have time for that. All you need is a couple of women who find you attractive. And that's all you need. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your height. It doesn't matter your skin tone. It doesn't matter your race. Once you make yourself the better version of yourself, because every man has a better version, the best version of himself, the leanest, jacked, muscular version of himself. And you can optimize, you can improve that yourself to get to that high level of yourself. And if you are competing with men around you, you're going to have a lot of advantage in the dating market, because in that competition, you are winning. So the point of this video is to show you that the single most important part that is holding you back right now for you to have power in your relationship is your physique. And if you don't fix that, you're going to suffer. Any woman that you date is going to treat you like you're below her, because she knows that you know that you cannot do better than her. And she knows. The only reason she's with you is to trap you into marriage or a long-term relationship so that you can pay her bills, you can take care of her, while she can go out there and actually cheat behind your back and sleep with the real guys that she wants. And you will never know, and the only time you will know is when she wants to actually leave your ass. So a lot of men think that they are getting love from their woman. Today, modern women are focused on power. Their whole game is to get in a relationship with a man who doesn't understand his value, so that they can have power over this man. Not because they are stronger than you, not because they are taller than you, but because they know how to manipulate you emotionally. They know how you think. They know how you consider yourself. They know that you are not very sure of yourself physically. They know that you consider them the best thing that you've ever had. That's what they are looking for. And then they're going to pretend, they're going to play the game. They're going to give you a lot of sex in the initial days of your relationship. And you're going to think that, oh, that's how it's going to be all the time. But you're not going to get that all the time if you're not in shape, because you are not really her first choice. She's just settling with you so that you can help her financially, Why she actually maybe save her money, and then she's gonna create time to actually look for the guys that she really wants, and she's gonna cheat on you with them. It's as easy as that. Okay, so it's the dual mating strategy. Now, not all women do this best. Most women, I can say 95% of modern women, employ this strategy today. They want to lock in a better box provider as a husband or as a long-term boyfriend, and then they want to sleep with the alpha fox guy that they really want. Now, the alpha fox guy cannot be locked down. The alpha fox guy is wanted by so many women. He doesn't even have time in his calendar to fit in all of these women. So, and this woman knows that. She knows that she cannot compete, but she knows that occasionally she can have chance in this guy's calendar to sleep with him. That's why with this guy, anytime he calls, she's down for it. But with you, since you're fat, you're out of shape, once you get married to her, you're gonna suffer. The sex is gonna dry up, and she's gonna give you all the excuses in the world to not sleep with you. Okay? So what you need to do to fix this situation is to actually fix your physique, get in shape. Now, that is what I do. There's a link below this video. Click the link and book a call with me. If you need help fixing your physique, I can help you get in shape. I can help you with your nutrition and with your workouts and the mental game, the mental fortitude that you need. I can help coach you through the process so that you can get there faster. I've been there. I'm telling you from experience. So if you don't fix this issue, you're gonna suffer. Okay? When I got married to my present wife, I've been married 3 times. This is my 3rd wife. So I know these things from multiple marriages, I can tell you. But when I got married to this present woman, I was in shape. And so we had a good time. I was not even rich. I was in shape. I was still struggling financially. But we had a very good time because she genuinely loved me. And we moved on, and I got married to her, and I started making more money and all of that. But the process is simple. Once I got married, I also declined. I let myself go, I grow fatter, and I started having a sexless relationship where the sex was declining because I was out of shape. Okay? So I know what I'm talking about. And once I fixed that issue, I got back in shape. Now she wants me more. Okay? Now she wants me more. You see? So what you need to do is you need to fix this issue. You need to fix this issue. If you don't fix this issue, it's gonna affect every relationship you enter into. Whether it's a short-term relationship or it's a long-term relationship, you're not gonna get the best of women. I know this is hard for you to understand, especially if you've never been in shape. If you've never been in shape, you would think that the world is one-sided. I need to be the one chasing the woman, begging her, giving her gifts. No, the man that they really want, they don't need gifts from that man. They just need a call from that man. They will be the ones buying the gifts to give the man. They don't need any gift from him. They just need his presence, his body, to touch him, to give him play, to give him free action. That's all they need. He just needs to call. But since you've never experienced this, you've never been on the other side. I've been on both sides. I've been on the side where married women have cheated on their husband with me. I've been on that side. So I know. I've been on that side where women have genuine burning desire for you. So I know. I've been on both, and I've also been on the side where they don't have it. And I was thinking that, oh, what I need to do is to beg them, do every dramatic thing, become their play monkey, just to impress them in order to have action. You don't need to do that. All the time you're spending on those expensive outfits, expensive cars, expensive everything to impress women, you can focus that time on building your body. And it's going to save you money, it's going to save you time, it's going to save you headache, and you're going to feel awesome about yourself. And a bonus is that you're going to actually improve your health and you're going to live longer. So let me know what you think. If you like help with building your physique, getting in shape, there's a link below this video. Click it and book a call with me. Let me help you. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.